Hey guys, so I thought I would do a little quick swatch and review of these neon full pan watercolors that I got from Japan, supposedly. As you can see, the back is, sorry for the glare, by the way. It's definitely got Japanese all over it. If I'm not mistaken, and the company's name is not something I pronounce, so I'm going to try to show a close-up. Should be right there. Let me take the wrapper off real quick. Hold on. Let's see if I can get my little knife. It was so cool. I put it, chipped the blade, and my husband grabbed one from work. Yeah, one of the advantages of my hubby working where he works, so I can get a hold of some interesting things. I'm trying not to tear the box so that I can read this. It's pretty well wrapped. I ordered it off of Amazon, and it was $20, which is a little high. But, I mean, you know, made in Japan, so, you know, hey, not made in China. It's got to be better. But, I mean, I love these neon colors. I was like, holy crap, this is awesome. All right, let's see if we can read this better. Whoop. Okay, let's try this one more time. It's a little better. Yep, made in Japan. And that is the company's name right there. Kisso something. There it is. So, as you can see, there's lots of Japanese on it, but that's the company. Okay, so the colors, let's see if I can get my little magnifying thingy out, because you know, and I got my paper wet already. There we go. All right, so, oh, interesting name. So it says opera. This color says opera. This one is rose. This one is orange, yellow, light orange, and pink. So, sometimes I can't see things good. So, you know, we work around things how the best we can. All right. Wow, these are full pans, you guys. And by that, I mean, I'll show you. Sorry, I did not hear that. That was just the lid to my water media crashing on the floor. No biggie. Anywho, this is what I mean by the difference. Okay. See the difference? Ooh, and things are all over the place. Great. Hold on a second. Great. All right. I think I need to tighten this a little bit. Sometimes these will flat if the things aren't pinched close enough. Anyway, you see the size of these versus the size of these? That's why this is $20, even though there's 6 of them, because it's full pan. Now, it's kind of thin. The layer is, it's not a very thick pan. Like, it's a full pan, but it's probably a little thin. But that's a half pan, and this is a full pan. And that's the difference. Technically, you're supposed to get more paint. This, I don't know. Let's see if this comes out. It does. Oh, wow. Interesting. So, there's the difference. Full pan, half pan. And that's why this was $20 versus, like, I think $20 for this. And I got, you know, like 3, 6, 9, 12, 24. Yeah, 24 versus 6 because these are whole pans. I actually didn't realize these were whole pans when I ordered them, but it makes sense now why it was $20. Interesting, but that's the difference. I apologize for the crash earlier. Jeez. Something's always falling down around here somewhere. So, okay. I like this music I have on. It's so cute. Anyway, yeah, this is kind of the little box. It says accent color, but all right. So I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to turn this way. Okay. So I wonder why they call this opera, but interesting. Oh, that is not writing on here like I thought it would. This is a chalk pencil, and I thought it would, crayon dash, I might add. I thought it would write really good, and it's actually not. So I'm just going to try a regular white pencil here, and see if this works better. Yep. That's interesting. I'll have to look into that. You would think that would write better, but hey, what do I know? So let's try the opera. Cannot wait. These are so pretty. Look at these. Hey, aren't they pretty? Remember what I said about dropping the water in and letting it activate? You might have to drop in a little more. In fact, I think I'm going to drop some in here too. And I'm being careful not to touch the, there. I can see it activating, so I'm going to kind of swish that water around a little bit so that it, oh wow, interesting. Okay, let's try this. Make sure we have things. Sorry about that. Okay, let's try this again. Because it's activated, I don't have to dig. I don't see how much pigment's coming up. Look at that. I barely touched it. I just drug it so lightly. Wow, look at that. That's so pigmented. Japanese really know their watercolor. The Japanese and the Germans, man, I'm telling you. Sometimes the Chinese, but it depends on, you get the cheapskate factories or you get the authentic good stuff, you know. Anyway, I thought watercolor, black paper would be best. This is not really watercolor paper, but I figured it would do because I think black for this kind of a thing is probably it's going to show best up at. Let's see. Ooh, look at that. Now, understand that when watercolor dries, it dries much lighter than when it's wet. And I forgot to get out. Sometimes I usually have paper towel, rags, but today, paper towel. And I'm doing this because I want to see what it looks like light. So I'm pulling up some of that pigment. I want it to be dark, but then I also want it to be kind of light. Oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous. Wow. Now what you can do, I'm going to drag some of this the other way. And now bear in mind, this is going to crinkle a little more because I think it's just sketch paper. I couldn't find my black watercolor paper. I don't know what happened to it. Life. So let's make sure I get all of this pigment off. I'm going to pull this out of the way so I don't accidentally. I did this one time. I just flipped it and it was a mess. Anyway, yeah. I'll add it over my First Kingdom book. Now, because this is already pre-activated, I don't need... Oh my gosh, that is... Holy cow, you guys, that's stunning. Oh, I forgot to write the name down. Whoopsie. Huh. Hold on. Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. Let's try it. Let's put this on hold. There we go. My bad. And that's how you do a proper swatch. Sometimes you can get it one stroke, and sometimes you have to kind of backtrack the paint a little bit and lift some of it off if you want a proper gradient. It doesn't always work good in the first try. Oh, and that is not. Sorry, I'm fixing this one because I'm just not happy with the way that came out. Not really very happy with the way this gradient for this came out, but some of that's the paper, I think. I think I'm gonna have to order some black watercolor paper. It's a little harder to find, to be honest. I don't think it's as common. Yeah, there we go. I'm just trying to, I'm fussing with it, I know. Because it sort of annoys me when it's not a nice gradient. I don't know. Little OCD, maybe? Yeah, okay. Now, let's see. And I believe this was orange. Yep. I'm glad the names are in English. Huh. I'm good for that. I will try this on some white paper just to see how it goes. And I'll do watercolor paper because I know I'll get a better swatch. I mean, it's crinkling up because it's not, but I wanted to see how this looked on black paper. This kind of color looks so much better on black paper. It like comes alive. It's amazing. Yes, it's definitely. Now what I can do is, because this is sketch paper, just instead of pushing it back, just straight up clean up your brush, and then just instead of pushing it back, just because it won't absorb, just pick it up. That's the best advice I could give you if you're in that situation. See how I'm just picking it up, making sure my brush is, you know, clean and dry. Just pick it up. There, see? That's what I should have done in the first place. But, you know, even us YouTubers got to learn. So, orange and pink. I'm kind of excited about the yellow. This music is so cute. I love it. It's a Cute and Happy by Mr. Snooze. And I can't save it because it, you know, it's supposedly for kids or whatever, but I think it's kind of adorable. I like it. And after the day I've had, believe me, oh, I need cute and happy. Oh my God, life. Yeah. Okay. And because this is sketch paper, I don't need as much water. I can't use as much water. And that's dried, so I'm gonna need a little bit more. Not too much though. I suspect this yellow is gonna dry very light. So I'm gonna do it kind of heavy in the beginning. Remember what I said about, because this isn't watercolor paper, just instead of pushing it back, which is what you would do in watercolor paper or even mixed media paper, just straight up pick it up. Don't try to push it back over because the paper will not be able to take it. And you'll get all that lumpy crap like up there. So let's try again here. Make sure your brush is clean. Oh, dang, I'm supposed to write the name again. I keep forgetting. And this is light orange. I'm just going to abbreviate. Ta-da! Okay. Ooh, it's pretty. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. Okay, this little ditty is funny. Yeah, it's interesting. And pink. Okay, I think I'm just gonna put it down here. Make sure it's still on camera, which it wasn't. There we go. All right. I can see where that kind of, okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to get this out because I want to wipe the edge. I do love the box. Yeah, art is so messy. I want to get some of this off because, bear with me 1 second, guys. I've got too much on here and I don't want to waste it. So, and because of the box, I didn't want the pigment to go off in the box. I wanted it to actually go back in the pan. There we go. Look at that gorgeous color, you guys. Oh. Speaking of going on the box, how about my finger? Art is so messy. That, you know what? I think that might just be my mantra, guys. Art is messy. Embrace the mess. That is my quote for the day. Art is messy. Embrace the mess. I love it. Okay, let's try the pink. Oh, much better actually. Oh, that works. Ooh, pretty. And definitely less water is more when you're using improper paper. Wow. Ooh. I'm just playing around now. Well, it is fairly opaque when wet, but let me get my paper, my brush clean, excuse me. All right. So, the one thing you can do also, if you don't want to use your brush, is just kind of go along this and gently, I say. When it's wet, kind of dab at it. Make sure you have a clean end too. There. There. That should take care of that little problem. Teeny one. And this is a gorgeous mug. I love it. This is sunflowers. Ah, so good. I love my organic tea, honestly. So, while this dries, let's pull out some watercolor paper. If I can find mine. Hold on one second. Okay. While I was looking for my paper, which I did find, and this is Strathmore paper. Cute little size, I think. You can see that it has dried some. And wow. It's pretty, it's I would say it's semi-opaque. It's not as opaque as it was when it was wet, but is, I would say, semi-opaque, at least on the black paper. What's interesting is the pink. I mean, it's actually better, lighter than when I had it thicker here. I think the yellow is the most interesting one because it doesn't look yellow, it looks green. And here, I mean, it looks yellow. Right? That looks yellow. But then here, it does not. It looks green. When it's dried, it looks green. Which means it's like a fluorescent yellow. Fluorescent yellows, especially on black paper, can dry green like this. Greenish yellow. But mostly green. The rose is to me more of a pink, but it's a hot pink, in my opinion. Magenta, maybe. I think the color I like the best is the rose. Very, very interesting. Very beautiful. Very nicely pigmented. So, okay. Whoops. Come up here. Now, what I'm going to do here is wet on wet. So, I'm going to just get everything nice and wet. I don't have it taped down because, you know, it's just kind of a loose swatching. I'm not going to put the names down again because I think by now we all know the names. Now the paper is going to curl up a little, and that's okay. It will settle down. It's just because I'm throwing buttloads of water in it. Typically, though, you do want to tape your paper down before with like painter's tape or something of that sort, you know. Yeah. Drop some water back into here. This is the Opera, which is kind of their red, I think. Ooh, that's pretty. Wow. That's absolutely gorgeous. You know, I honestly didn't think I would say this, but I think it's better on the white paper. And usually this sort of fluorescent stuff is better on black, but at least wet. And maybe it's because I did it wet on wet instead of wet on dry, or dry on wet. Or wait. Okay, the paper was dry and the paper was wet. Sorry. My brain is so fried. It's been one of those days. Doing videos sort of relaxes me and kind of helps my brain reorient itself. So if I get all twisty worded, I hope you won't hold it against me. Okay. This is my therapy. And this is the rose. Ooh, so pretty. Wow. Look at that. That is absolutely stunning. Oh, wee. Wow. I'm finding more and more that I don't have the patience for pencils that I used to, and it's, I don't know. It's just a thing lately. All right, let's try, make sure that I get my brush. And this is the orange. Ooh, look how bright these are. Didn't think these would actually be brighter on white. You guys, most, like I said, most fluorescents are not brighter on white. But I wonder if the fact that I was doing it wet on wet had anything to do with it. I mean, I'm still learning. I don't pretend to know everything, guys. I am definitely still learning. You should see my water looks interesting. Look at this. Look at the water. Interesting, huh? It's kind of a weird neon peach. All right. You see it's yellow. Now it looks yellow. But I'm wondering when this dries if it's going to dry green like it did on the black paper. I want some more. Wow. Oh, wee. So pretty. Let's try this. This is the light orange. Oh, so pretty. I'm just doing this to kind of evenly distribute the paper a little bit, or paper, the ink a little bit more, the color. Told you I could talk straight today. All right. And this is their pink. Personally, wow, it's amazing how different, it never ceases to amaze me how different watercolor is on black versus like white. It's just the difference, especially wet versus dry. It's very, very interesting. Oh my gosh, look at that. Wow, that is absolutely stunning. I want to see what it looks lighter. That's why I'm taking some of the pigment off. Holy cow, that's amazing. I don't want to do that with these two of the lightest shades because then you won't see it at all. Well, ain't this interesting? So, put the brush aside. My handy dandy little holder. Let's put this aside for a moment. Very interesting. Now, I don't know how much of this had to do with the fact that this was sketch paper, but I think it does bear some benefits because it's still black. And it does show how the colors look on back. And shockingly enough, Now, I don't know if this is wet on wet or if it's because it's just white. I don't know. It's very interesting. Usually fluorescent colors, as I said before, are usually brighter on black. And I mean, you can obviously see that it's much brighter on the Strathmore paper. I mean, look at that. I'm just like, holy crap. It's pretty accurate too. Now see on the black, it dried green. You see that? If you look at the yellow, it dried green on the black paper, and it actually dried yellow on the white paper. Most of the colors stay true to color on the white paper. That is fascinating. I mean, if you look at this, they're pretty true to color from what's in here. But if you look on the black paper, not so much. Maybe the roses and the orange, that's about it. The rest of them are really vastly different. That is very interesting. But oh my gosh, look at these gorgeous shades. Oh my goodness. The Japanese really do know their watercolor. $20, you guys, and they're full pans. And it came fairly quickly. Of course, I have Amazon Prime, but still. Nice stuff, you guys. I mean, nice stuff. Now, the one thing that I thought about doing is, and I hope you'll pardon the, I don't know, how you say, maybe third grade art here. This is kind of one of those things I was playing around with my water-soluble crayons on some watercolor paper. I wasn't doing anything like for my channel or whatever. I was just goofing off. So, what I thought I would do, so I hope you'll pardon the, I was just fooling around with my colors and, nothing serious. But I thought, well, this would look great with this. So, let's see. Let's try the part of the butterfly. And again, please pardon the third grade art. But, sometimes when you're just goofing off and you don't want to take it seriously, you just kind of play around. That's me having a play. So I think this yellow would really brighten this flower up. Bet you it would. So let's drop some art in. And in fact, I'm going to move this over here so I don't get art over this, because I don't want to ruin it. It's, still a nice picture. Oh. Let's see, hold on a second. I forgot something. I forgot my cute little happy music. Let's try this again. All right. Ooh. Wow. It sure does. Oops. Tripped. How cute is that? Oh, love it. I mean, it does say accent stuff, and don't dip too hard. You'll get a lot of excess pigment on your brush, and if you don't want that, then you're just going to be like, oh, what do I do with it all? And you use up your water pans fast. Okay, now that music just got a little silly. It's okay. It's perking my mood up a little. Oh, wow, how cute. Well, that sure brightened that up a little. Let's blend it out a little bit. I almost feel like I'm listening to an Ice Cream Truck song. Alright. Oh, my water's getting dirty. Let's try some orange, light orange. Okay. Ooh. Oh, this is pretty. Wow, that's really pretty. Go for a little at the bottom. Now, with watercolor, it will frequently dry a lot lighter. So you will, more often than not, unless it's pigmented like this, you will have to add a lot of layers. Or it's really light, which is the case here. So I'm going to let that dry for a second. And I think I'm going to add some of that darker orange in the middle. Ooh, look at that. That is just so bright. It is outrageous. Wow, that is absolutely outrageous. Okay, sorry. That music was getting silly. I mean, not even... They were playing the Muffin Man song. I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm good. No Muffin Man song. Nope. It's just weird. Nope. Okay, so, which I'm going to add a little bit of this too. Just a little bit. So, no music now, sorry. The music just got weird. Too weird. And I added too much. Now, if you happen to add too much, just rinse your brush off. Dab it on your paper and just pick it up. It's peasy peasy. Or you can just dab it on your paper towel. And I want a little more, so I'm just going to pick it up from here, actually. Look at that. No pigment goes to waste, especially when it's as nice as this stuff is. Oh my goodness. I am absolutely loving this stuff. It is gorgeous. And I'm just doing, the paper's dry, so it's not like wet on wet, because wet on wet tends to spread around a little bit more. In this case, I really don't want that to happen. I want it to sort of stay in one place, in a matter of speaking. And wet on wet, it will just kind of, and I don't want that. It would have been nice if there had been a fluorescent blue, honestly, but what can you do? Let's see. Let's try, I know what to do. Let's try the let's try the rose and drop a little thing in there to make sure it's nice and activated. And I probably have paint all over my fingers, but that's okay. And I notice the water is gravitating toward the center, which is fine. That means it's balanced. The ink is, or the watercolor is balanced in the pan. That it's not going to one side or the other. Oh, I got too much pigment on. This stuff is so pigmented. I'm learning that a little goes a long way here with this stuff. If I can learn not to use so much at one time, this will probably last me for quite a while, which is good because money is tight. Oh, pretty. Oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous. I'm just like, oh wow, so pretty. So let's try the see, I did the yellow. How did the red? Let's try the red up here. Their opera, which I believe is their version of red, and I've got way too much on here. Hold on, let me get some of this off. Ugh, bear with me, guys. Oh, I stuck my finger in it. Oh, dang it. I dropped it and stuck my finger in it. Ah. I said, art is messy. Just embrace the art. Embrace the mess. Yeah, there we go. You know what? I think in hindsight, I should have pulled these out probably of the box. I think for future reference, I might do that. And see, says opera, but it looks more pink than it does red. I'm going to try a little heavier pigment. Yeah, now it looks more red. So, yeah, a lighter wash of it looks more pinkish red, like a carmine. This looks more like a hot pink almost. Yeah, that's much better. Interesting. I wonder what this would look like down here. Mixed in with that. No. That's intriguing. I'm mixing this with the rose. Just out of, I don't know, kicks and giggles. It looks cool. Alright, so I believe I used all the colors. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this stuff. It's so pretty. Go on Amazon. Get it. It's so good. It's so good. Anyway, sorry about the music hiccups, but anyway, guys, I really wanted to show this to you. I couldn't wait. So, stay safe. Have fun. And happy coloring and painting. Remember, art is messy. Embrace the mess.